Hey everybody, it's Mike with Monkey Business. Monkey Fab, Monkey Business. So, I think in the last video I was working on my 300 blackout I put together that had a pistol length gas system because I wanted to shoot subs, and my fancy M&P has like a carbine length gas system. I think that's carbine or mid-length something, but it just won't shoot subs even after I did the recommended change out to an adjustable gas block kind of thing, which is fine. 300 blackout is actually a lot more effective if it's the hypersonic round. So if you're shooting them, I don't know, I think if you had to shoot something and you wanted to stop something, the ideal round would probably be the hypersonic round. But I mean, you know, there's smart people that think about philosophies of use and talk about that. I'm not that guy. I'm just the guy with some guns. So this guy is cleared. We cleared it before you even brought it out here just to check, so it's on safe. And the only thing that I had this on my gun rack and I'm just staring at it, and it was quite expensive, but these M&Ps are pretty well made. So I'm not terribly disappointed with this rifle, although it didn't do what I thought it would do, which is shoot subs. So I put the bird cage back on there, although I think I need to, oh yeah, see, I'm pulling that off with my hand. So I need to go ahead and set that in there for good. And the other thing I wanted to do was change out this plastic handguard, although I'm not really opposed to these guys, especially when they actually have the real heat shielding on the inside, which I don't believe these actually do, but they actually work pretty good when the weapon gets hot. This is what I carried in a rock, except I think they are 14-inch barrels on the M4. But yeah, these guys can get pretty hot with these plastic grips with the heat deflectors, and you can still shoot them. Unlike these guys, but these guys look cool. So, you know, then there's also the thought that, sorry, my mind just drew blank. I got distracted by looking at, I didn't think I had to take that off, but I'm gonna have to take the whole gas block off. But anyway, God, I hope they didn't use Roxette in there. This might be staying the way it is. The free-floating barrel, which is what this is, tends to, if you guys have not, go on the YouTubes or the Google and type in barrel whip, maybe like AR-15 barrel whip or something like that, and you'll actually see these barrels move around quite a bit when you fire around. And there is a thought that if you don't have anything touching the barrel when it shoots more accurately, or at least you're not loading the barrel the one way or another. How true all that is, I don't know. But I just like them because they're cool. It looks cool. That's like, I mean, let's be honest. Can we just be honest with each other and be like, oh, it looks cool, so I like it. I got this guy from Just Rails. It was like, I think 40 bucks. And it's key mod, whatever that is, all around it, except on the top. And it came with some key mode, what is this, 1913 Picatinny rail. So for 40 bucks, it was cheaper than the M-Lock. I think the M-Lock is more popular. I really don't care. It doesn't make much of a difference to me. I'm not a person that hangs much on my gun anyway. The only thing I usually want is like an optic and maybe a flashlight. If someday I could ever afford night vision goggles, then maybe I'd want an IR laser pointer on there, but I can't afford that. So I don't have it. It's not an issue, not a problem. But yeah, we thought we'd throw on these guys and just add a different little look to the rifle. So that's what we're going to do. And I guess we'll just probably start by pulling the optic off so I'm not bashing it up or messing with it. These are always a pain in the ass, huh? So it looks like to get to this guy, we're gonna have to take off the gas block, this front little cover thing that hooks into the hand grips, and this back barrel nut and the back spring-loaded dilly bobber. So yeah, and I gotta take the bird cage off because you can't get the gas block off with it on. So I guess it's a good thing that I didn't Loctite that bad boy in. What I'm hoping is they didn't. There's this stuff called Rock Set, which is like ROC, I think it's KSETT, and there might be an E on there, I'm not sure, but if you Google it, it'll come up, and it is like a super Loctite. It's good from negative, I think 300 degrees to 2000 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you put that on there, which a lot of places do, then yeah, it's done, unless I can find some dry ice or something that's below 300 degrees. Oh, they didn't use any Loctite on it. There you go. So I paid these guys to put this out because I didn't know what I was doing, and I figured best to let the experts handle it. And their expert advice was left wanting. All right, well that's out. That means this can go, and now we got to take this barrel nut off for maximum freedom. Okay, barrel wrench. Oh God, dude, bro, there wasn't even like 1 foot-pound of torque on that. That is crazy. Wow, I wonder if they even. Wow, I don't know if that's the fault of M&P Smith & Wesson, or if that was the fault of the guys that put the gas block on for me. But wow, that was really unacceptable. I mean, that was like literally finger tight. I could have just pulled that off myself. You guys see what we're doing here? Can you guys even see it? Yeah, so the barrel is right here, the rifle receiver's right there, and this guy was just right in here. That guy was like finger tight. And I think they're supposed to, they get a pretty wide range. I think you have like something silly like I think it's like 20 to 80, something ridiculously wide like that, but not 2. It wasn't 2 foot-pounds. Maybe that's what happened, is they just saw the 20 and they thought that it said 2, so they torqued it to 2 foot-pounds. What is that, 24 inch-pounds maybe? I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, here's the barrel nut, and it's got a bunch of little holes in it. That's how the guards screw onto them. The threads are in the back there, obviously, and then you got wrench grips, and the wrench grips are indexed with the holes, so all you gotta do is make sure that it's facing up when you get to the done position. I'm gonna put it on over 2 foot-pounds. Oh, I almost forgot my spacer. You don't want to forget your spacer, boys and girls. I have no idea what it does exactly, but like my friend's dad used to say, they wouldn't have put it in there if you weren't supposed to use it. I think these are just shims to space off the barrel nut, so you sew that. Oh yeah, it just sits in the front of there, so that you can get the screw where you want it to be in the right position. But you know, 20 to 80 foot-pounds leaves an awful wide window to kind of guess to where you're putting that. And Mike, you need some kind of wrench. It'd be nice if this fit. It's too wide. Too wide. Come on, baby. Come on. Yes. Got the old AN wrench. Just gonna pull one of these shims out. We almost had it. We're just like a 16th, which is like maybe 1 degree or 2 degrees off. Yes. Yes, that's much better. Ooh, that's going to be pretty close. I think that's it. We'll see how close we are. We'll put 2 of these guys in and see if we're lined up. Eyeballing, it looks like we're off just a little bit. Hence the reason we're putting the screws in. It is literally like a hair off. I don't know. Is it off, Mike? Look at it. Look at it without the cloth. It is like a tad off, but no more than I'm going to be able to fix if I start monkeying with it. It's probably going to get worse. So I'll probably just leave it like that. Don't do this at home, boys and girls. Don't do that at home, boys and girls. That is probably not proper gunsmithing. I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that. I haven't taken any gunsmithing classes, but I'm pretty sure at some point in gunsmithing school they say don't hit it with a hammer. Although they always say that in all schools, and sometimes you just need to hit shit with a hammer. All right, so happy with that. We need to get the old Loctite boys out. Put a drop of blue Loctite down there. And yeah. Now this guy is tightened down. We can take one screw out. It's in position. So we'll just take one screw out, dip it in Loctite, put it back, snug it down, and then we'll do the other screw, and everything should stay in line. There was something on those screws, so I take back anything I said about not Loctiting. So, and I'm not against that either. The idea of like maybe use blue and check your bolts every once in a while, as opposed to using red and thinking that it's gonna. I mean, red. These things get hot, dude. So if you think this is gonna outstand or not gonna get hot enough to break down red Loctite, I would say that you're probably not using your rifle much. Like your idea of shooting is shooting a magazine. But these jokers get hot, dude. So my idea with the blue is that it might back out still, but the blue just seems to gum up and jam stuff in there. It doesn't, it's not like, it seems to me red sometimes seems to be more like a win-lose, like it's on or it's off. Either it's working great or it's failing. Sorry about the gum. I was feeling a little bit dry-mouthed. I'll spit it out. I'm sorry. I realize it's very rude. Very rude. But now my breath is minty fresh. And I like that. I like to be the guy with the minty fresh breath. Damn it. At about 40, my hands just quit working. They started just randomly dropping shit and letting go of stuff. I don't know what's up with that. I'll just be standing there and just drop stuff like a like a complete lunatic. Oh my God, it just fell right out of my hands. All right, let's take a look, make sure they're all lined up, y'all. Yeah, it's still not. I'm still gonna have to give it a love tap. Love tap! Love tap, baby. I hope my boy Brandon's watching. My boy Brandon and Dave, I hope you guys are watching me expertly do this from home. I got friends that are actual real gun guys, unlike me. Yeah, watching me do this would make them lose their minds, I'm sure. Oh yeah, look at that. That's, oh, you got to put the barrel. I'm so focused on my fancy hand grips, I forgot about my my bird cage right on the end. So let's put that guy on. I do. Let's see how far we're off. We're really off. So I'm gonna have to go grab some shims, boys and girls. Luckily we got plenty of those. I'll be right back. Alrighty. All right, there she is. So before, little cheap plastic boys that were not free floating, and now free floating, blah 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 blah. Right? Yeah, it's just a little easier to hold too. Before I'd have to get like this, do the old 1980s magazine grab. Now you can grab a hold of it and get yourself supported better. I like it. I like it. I will say that these on the M&P, the Smith & Wesson, the trigger is really nice. It's just a regular mil-spec trigger. Usually, as I probably already told you guys, one of the first things I do is usually drop in like one of these nice Rise triggers or something of that sort. Because usually the mil-spec triggers, like especially the ones that are like super cheap from these parts kits, are usually like poop. But this trigger actually feels pretty good. So, you know, kudos to M&P for spending that time to get it kind of sorted. But yeah, so there we go, all finished up and much better. Mucho bien.